Hello, everyone. So I am so excited. The reason that we're doing this at this time, this 8:30 Eastern time, is because at about 8:43 is when we have the new moon perfecting, and I wanted to take advantage of getting that energy in. So even if you're watching this as a recording, we are still going to have that energy of the brand new new moon in Sagittarius. And it's a very special time going on. So Sari is with me here tonight. So hello, Sari.
Hello.
And I love to see that everyone's here. We kind of put out this at the last minute that we were doing this because I had just gotten back from my trip and I was a little like loopy for a few days. So
That's all right.
yeah, so I love that we have everyone here so far. So this is going to be great, and we have great opportunities for everyone. And just to make sure that you have something to write with and something pretty to write on. So with that, I will go ahead and turn this over to Sari to do our clearing, and then I'll do some astrology, and then we'll do our ritual for everyone. So Sari, I will let you take it from here.
All right. Well, welcome in everyone. And it's a beautiful evening. And all right, Dawn, can we get it to the full screen?
I can right now. There you
Okay.
Oops, hold it.
It's a beautiful background. All right.
Yeah.
So this new moon in Sagittarius for everyone, as you're welcoming in and getting comfortable, we're just going to do a quick clearing. But the new moon in Sagittarius opens a fresh cycle around truth, expansion, vision, and faith. Sagittarius energy invites us to lift our gaze from the immediate moment and reconnect with our meaning, purpose, and the bigger picture. This lunation supports the release of limiting beliefs and outdated narratives while encouraging us renewed trust in our soul's direction. So the key things which Dawn will be talking about are releasing self-imposed limitations, reclaiming our personal truth and standing in that, expanding vision and spiritual perspective, and setting our intentions aligned with growth, learning, and authenticity with our purpose. This is a moon of grounded optimism and inner honesty. I love this. Trusting the path even when the destination is not fully visible. And we're being asked to walk in faith. So I'd like you to take a moment just to relax wherever you are. And we're just going to get comfortable in our bodies. We're going to allow ourselves to relax. You can close your eyes and let your body soften. And take a slow, deep breath in through the nose and a gentle breath out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Slow breath in through the nose and a gentle breath out through the mouth. Say to yourself silently or aloud, I open the sacred space in alignment with my highest good. I welcome clarity, truth, and expansion under this new moon in Sagittarius. Now, bring your awareness to the base of your spine and the soles of your feet. Imagine gentle roots extending from your body into the earth. Steady, supportive, calm. With each inhale, draw up grounding energy. With each exhale, release any tension and distraction and mental noise. Allow yourself to fully arrive in your body and in this moment. Let's bring to mind any belief or inner story that feels restrictive or outdated for you. What is that story? There is no need to analyze, just simply become aware of this belief. Imagine this belief as a soft mist around your energy field. With each exhale, allow it to dissolve naturally and easily. Let's put our hand over our heart and say, I release beliefs that limit my expansion. I no longer carry what no longer serves my truth. Feel the space opening where this heaviness once lived. Let's now imagine a vast luminous energy above us, calm, expansive, and clear. This energy represents Sagittarius wisdom, higher understanding, and faith in the journey. Allow this beautiful energy to flow down through the crown of your head, filling your mind, heart, and entire body. Gently ask within, what truth is ready to guide my next chapter? Remain open. Trust what is unfolding. As we have our hands over our heart, state one clear intention for this lunar cycle. It could look like, I walk forward in truth and trust. I allow my path to expand in alignment with my soul. I welcome in new wisdom and inspired direction. Whatever this intention is, set forth in your mind and your heart to put it out there to the universe. And as we continue with one final deep breath, say to yourself, this clearing is complete. I carry this energy forward with grace. We are finished, we are aligned, and we are ready for the ceremony. Dawn, back to you.
Of course, I did it perfectly the last Wednesday, and today, of course, I left my mic still off. What I want to say is I'm going to be bringing up the chart because I feel this will give you the energy of what's been going on, and there has been some extra special energy that has been occurring. Let me actually go ahead and move to where I can actually do some pointing here. So right at this 28 degrees, this is the new moon in Sagittarius. Right next to it at 27 degrees is Hekate. Yes, the goddess of the dark of the moon is, of course, involved in this moon as she normally is every new moon. And she is also right on top of the Galactic Center. So to me, that's just an extra big boost of everything about changes going forward and us being at a change point in our lives right now. We also are passing that baton energy with all of these new moons that have occurred at 28 degrees. We had a 29-degree Virgo eclipse. Now, if you have anything that affected you at that time, that eclipse, maybe if it was big for you, it's going to be reactivated by this new moon energy because it's in a square. My black moon Lilith happens to be at 29 degrees, so I am definitely feeling this energy. And we have Hekate as part of this energy. Hekate is conjunct my ascendant, so it's a part of my identity. So think about what you have in those areas of the chart. I will say, and I've been trying to have everyone realize this, because we've had all of this ongoing, basically the new moon since Libra, and it's going all the way through to, I believe, the Aries time, but we are going to be getting an eclipse in Aquarius. It's going to be a big one. And this is basically anybody that has anything from 24 to the end degrees of any sign, you are being activated. So this is the universe's way of including everybody in what's been going on for us. And the other thing that I want to note is that today, 3i Atlas is at its closest to the Earth. No, it's not anywhere near where it would be in a collision course. It's actually the measurement that they gave is the distance between the Earth and the Sun twice over is the distance from 3i Atlas to the Earth. So I want you to be aware of that is the closest that it will be. So it's at its closest today, but it's still not close enough for us to be concerned about any harm coming from that direction.
And it's not visible, Dawn, is it? Because, well, it's
foggy
out here, so we can't see the stars tonight anyway.
Right, and it's when you consider that it would be further away than I'm trying to think of a it's not as big as Jupiter would be. You know what I mean? It's like you have to consider the size of what it is and the location of it. And I really think that we are going to just get the energy of it being a galactic energy of downloads and dreams. And actually, I think a lot of people are getting a lot of very interesting dreams now. And I think that has a lot to do with some astrological indications of people getting their past lives downloaded from starting to come in from earlier on the Earth. And I'm talking about Lemuria and things like that. That we are recognizing that those things are coming back into our collective minds, really. It's like, and the reason I'll say that is, think of whenever a new invention happens, it's like the idea gets put out into the zeitgeist, and the people that download it, it's like, okay, who can basically get a patent on it first? So it's like sometimes things are put out there, and people that are open to those things are able to receive ideas and messages and things like that. So I want people to be aware, because this new moon is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is very much about foreign things that are foreign to us, foreign places, foreign languages. It's also about spirituality, because it's about our belief system. Sagittarius is very much about what we believe, and it's the most positive, happy-go-lucky sign there is in the zodiac. It believes it's like Pollyanna, right? It always believes the best. And this gives us the opportunity, because we do have Hekate showing that this is a portal, this is a doorway to much, much bigger things that are coming in. And the fact that 3i Atlas, something that we're not familiar with, and I've heard a lot of people say, opening up the third eye, 3i Atlas. I do think that we are getting positioned to be receiving more gifts in. And that's not going to happen overnight. That's why I wanted to point out that there's 28-degree new moon things that are occurring, and the full moons are occurring at 13 degrees, is us kind of passing that baton into what new energy is coming in for that Aries. And for the Aries, Neptune, Saturn, 0 degree that's coming in February, right after the eclipse, in between two eclipses. So we are having the new getting ready to be initiated. And I think people's bodies are changing energetically now. So I wanted everyone to be aware that we are being helped along in this energy, and to utilize these intention settings for what you want to set out to do. I like the viewpoint of Sagittarius, and it's the archer, and we're getting this energy of this pullback, that that is going to be released eventually, but that's going to make us go farther, right? The more tension that you bring in and pull back, the more it's going to be able to propel us forward. And then it's like, okay, now we got to go find the arrow. That's how I look at it. It's like, okay, we have this intention that we're going to put out there, and then we're going to go track it down and have a path that we're following in order to get to our goals. So I hope that that makes sense with what I'm seeing, and the fact that we are in a square with this energy to Saturn and Neptune. Neptune is finishing off its rulership in Pisces. It will leave Pisces within the next 3 lunations. So we have 3 more. This is the first of 3 of the final lunations before Neptune leaves Pisces and will not return for 150 years. So this is big energy, and it is squaring this Neptune energy. So what action with this square are you going to take to this spiritual level that we don't see? That I love how you put, we don't see what's further down the path, right? But we know that we're on the right path.
Right.
So to me, that
you just can't see it yet.
Right.
You got to be Indiana Jones, who's looking across that chasm and has to put his foot down on the cliff where there's nothing there. And
Exactly.
It's stepping out in faith where you're on the right path. You just can't see it, but you got to take that leap.
And we are being very supported, and will for the next couple of years, with this energy of Uranus and Neptune, once they both step finally into the new signs that they'll be in, because then they're going to match Pluto. And then next year on like July 18th, they're all going to be at 4 degrees. And later in July, Jupiter will also be in Leo at 4 degrees. They will all be at 4 degrees at the same time. So I am really looking forward to that, really, because I think that will give us a really good view of what is our plan moving forward, because that 0 degrees will have already have happened, and now they're all talking with each other, and it's going to be at 4 degrees with this support. So basically this ongoing, how they call it, a mini grand trine, it to me is, because it's the outer planets, it's the universe supporting what's going on with us. So that is what I think is really beautiful, because that's going to be there for a couple of years.
Yeah. Hey, Dawn, you talked about the Galactic Center, and we were talking about this before we went on camera. Could you talk about that in what we might anticipate from a galactic perspective? I mean, you talked about three-eye atlas, but I think it's broader than that, isn't it?
I think that we need to realize that, we are part of a galactic community. And I think people, we've been talking about star seeds for a while. And I think that energy is going to be coming out more and more, because I think we're going to realize that we're capable of a lot more than we thought we were. And I think, to me, part of what I see is, I see like ChatGPT and all these other things, AI, as tools for us, but it should not be a replacement, because there's nothing, the human body was built with such design that we can upgrade ourselves in very unique ways. There's no machine can connect the way that we can connect and get those downloads and understand those things. So to me, it's us opening up to the fact that I do think that we're going to see probably galactic proof of other other things out there. We have it on the earth already, that
Right.
has been generations back. We're talking like the pyramids and things like that, where, we still don't know how they were perfectly made the way they were, and
Yeah.
all the dimensions of it. It's just like, yeah, we can't do that now. So where did that come from? Right. So I do think that people are going to realize that there is just more to ourselves in our own bodies. That's, as without, so within. It's not just a journey of seeing what's out there. It's bringing the galactic inside of us,
Yeah.
and the downloads that we're going to be getting,
And activating that with our gifts.
getting that, absolutely, and more gifts that we don't even understand
Yep.
yet,
Got
that are
it.
coming in.
Very cool. Thank you. That explains a lot.
But it's just fascinating that it's actually on the Galactic Center, that Hekate is right there. And this whole weekend is going to be, because on Sunday is when we have the solstice. And I'm in the back of my mind kind of laughing, because it's like, oh yeah, Hekate being in charge of the longest night, right? Because she's in the dark, and we'll still be in the dark of the moon energy then. So really, this is all going to be fully activated through next Sunday evening. So
Wow.
if you get the opportunity, I mean, we're in this energy, and quantumly, if you're watching this on a recording, you're in this energy now. And that's what I find really fascinating, is that we are just, it just occurred actually, that we're in this energy of being able to set our own goals for the future. And I like the fact that it's very spiritually oriented. You have Pisces in a square with Sagittarius, and new and different is going to be the name of the game going forward for quite a while. So it's very interesting what we can set forth in our intentions with this.
Yeah. And I love Willow's comment. I love it's quantum. Yeah. And we talked about this on the live, about the Akash being in the quantum field, but we're moving away from linear time. And I know, Dawn, we've had these conversations where, some days time seems to accelerate, and then sometimes it seems to stand still. And I catch all the time, my iPhone sometimes will hold time like for 30 minutes or 8 minutes, and then all of a sudden it catches up, and it's like time stands still. But we're moving into all time, which they say is the quantum field, where possibilities are instantaneous and also infinite, which is really cool.
Yes, and I did go to, there's very, very many speakers out there that talk. Joe Dispenza. I went to a Joe Dispenza conference, and meditating, getting your mind into the quantum, which doesn't recognize language, but it recognizes images
And vibration.
And vibration. So it talks in images and vibration. And when you're in that field, that's when you can utilize the quantum to bring in a set achievement.
Yep. Well, and that's what we're going to be doing in January in the Akashic Records training. We're going to be really attuning vibration, because that's how you get the messages from the Akash. You hear it as vibration, and you translate it for your own benefit or others who are looking at the data and of the soul's journey through many incarnations. And it's all pure vibrational. So yeah, this is how we're going to be operating as we move forward in the quantum field. Linear time is moving away.
Well, many people have said what is ending is, how they put it, the old story is ending, and now we're going into something completely different. So history is ending and we're going into something completely different. If I had said things like this 5 years ago, I wouldn't have believed what I was saying.
I wouldn't have believed it a year ago.
And I'm like, and now I'm like, okay. But I've had enough experiences with things happening when you connect quantumly with things, that it's like, wow. And asking for clarification and how do you put it? I know people are familiar with, I'm asking for a specific sign if I'm supposed to, the right tract and what they're asking for. And you get it. And the universe is very funny in the ways that it gives that information. And I do think that we are going to have opportunities where the universe recognize when the universe is giving you a task, and recognize that you need to listen more. I kind of got told that, I was like, when should I be moving? And I got told, why are you not talking to your guides more about this? I literally was told that, like, yeah, you should be like connecting with your guides more, and they will definitely let you know when that time. So I was like, okay, I get it. So, the possibilities are endless, I would say. So I want to remind everyone, so if they haven't gotten something to write on, and I have my little card here. So again, Sari, I chose one of your cards, and let me get rid of my
Which
thing.
one is it? Oh, yeah, that's one of the sunrises. That's actually right down from my house.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I just fell in love with because I like the energy of the sun was rising. It's because that's a fire in the Sagittarius for me. And then all of this other energy of Neptune being in Pisces, and the colors and still the darkness coming in. So it's that kind of the aurora that's there. So I really liked all of that energy, and still the darkest night. So yeah, I see Laura's like, yep, feel the need to acknowledge, meet my guides. Yeah, it's,
Yep.
I had mine first show up in dreams, actually. So ask for that in dreams. That's the easiest way to start, I think. So this is what I'm utilizing, because I like to keep all of them. And if you happen to have a candle that you want to light, or I actually have everything for everybody. So all you really need is something to write your intentions on, and I can cover the rest. But if you want to do all the little bells and whistles along with me, you are certainly welcome to do that. So we've gotten cleared by Sari, and I'm ready. What I want to do is I always start by lighting the candle, and to me, that's a symbol of having a beginning and an ending to any kind of ritual, and honoring. I like to also honor all of the, I almost start something on fire there. Okay. Ta-da. This is old school.
Hey, old school works.
Old school works. And we're lighting this with the asking for the blessings of Archangel Michael and Raphael, especially for the healing that needs to take place in the world right now. I feel that, opening people's hearts and protecting those that need protection. And Sandalphon, because I love the joy of music and writing and poetry, and the artistic being that Sandalphon symbolizes for me. And also Uriel, because I feel that this is stepping into a very quantum time for everyone. So to me, it's important that we get the guidance of the angels, and do ask for their guidance. Do ask for the guidance of your ancestors and guides during this time as well. Everybody knows my grandmother's glasses sit up here, and periodically she makes me clean them and include her in some of the readings and stuff that I do. So we're honoring with fire, the candle, and with air, the vibration. And I also, with earth, I'm using, this is labradorite right here. Yeah, see? So this is, and I love the little reflections that you can get from it. Yeah, isn't that gorgeous?
Mine's selenite.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of a master clear.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm constantly doing this.
Well, and because I really like the energies of all of those things. And I want to also add, and I got myself a pretty glass for my water, which I'll take a sip of now. And one of the downloads I did get, number one, water is extremely important, but water remembers, and water is also a way to me, get messages in. If you stop and think about it, how many people get downloads when they're taking a shower or washing up and have their hands in water or doing those kind of things? It is, and I'm a Cancer sun, so I'm very connected to water. So for me, I have really found that, setting intentions for your water, for your own health, that blessing, and giving you energy. And the water is also what helps purify your body as we're making these changes in our body. So I really feel that we need to be very conscious of the water that we're drinking. And it has such a huge relationship to our own health. So please keep that in mind as you're going through this week, and especially this weekend. It's just like, this is the weekend to kind of like allow things to come in as messages for you, because with this solstice energy that we're getting, I feel that we are really opening up, because this solstice is going to go all the way through to the spring equinox. So this energy that we're getting on Sunday is going to be in effect for the next 3 months, because you always look at the energy of what's going on in the solstice, or any time the cardinal points are hit. That is for the next 3 months, that energy. So the fact that this is 3i Atlas, that's as part of all of this journey, and we have like this big thing coming in February, it's going to be very exciting. So one of the things that we need to think about when we're writing these intentions is, what is the sign that we're talking about? Now, this is Sagittarius again, and it's about recognizing our own belief system and how our beliefs can change, and being open to that. And really, I've been getting as well the fact that foreign things that we're not familiar with. Sagittarius is also very related to loving to travel, foreign travel, learning by expanding your horizons. That's how Sagittarius loves to do things, learning by expanding your horizons. And a lot of that can be through travel, but a lot of that is also through learning. And people often say, like, Sagittarius is like, okay, what job do you have at the temple, right? What do you believe in? What is your how do you like to learn? What is your attitude? And it's such an optimistic sign. It's the most optimistic sign as far as I'm concerned. It's a fire sign. It is a mutable sign. So it's able to change with all these, these big changes that are happening for everyone. We are able to change much easier than if we would be in a fixed sign like Taurus, because, like it or not, things are changing. We're not going back to the way things were. We are going to have some bumpiness, but things will be getting better. And I find that very exciting, especially for this kind of community that are really there to hold the light for other people. And so think about what you want, as far as, do you want to learn something new? This is a new moon. What new things that are going to expand your mind do you want to learn? That is a lot of what I feel this is coming in, especially with it being on the Galactic Center with Hekate right there, kind of being involved in Hekate. For me, has always been more about crossroads and having something come up that's going to be changing in your life, and being prepared for that, and mentally knowing that this is something new that you're going to be experiencing. Without a doubt in my mind, I feel like Hekate is like saying, okay, you are coming to a crossroads. Be aware that there are going to be changes, and you need to be, she is in the sign of a mutable sign, so you have to be more willing to take things as they come. It's interesting that we also have at this time, Black Moon Lilith is at 29 degrees of Scorpio and is getting ready to move into from, is it Scorpio? Yes, Scorpio to Sagittarius. So remember when we were talking about Venus breaking dishes and all this energy that was going on in Scorpio, and what things came out during this time with Mercury and the Mercury retrograde, all of that. Now we're getting into things are going to, justice is coming in. Sagittarius is also about justice and legality. And with Black Moon Lilith going to be moving into Sagittarius from Scorpio, what she also helped bring out, she's going to be like, okay, now we're going to make sure that things are happening in the right way. So think about what you want and how you want to change things in your own life, and goals that you want to set up, and consider the house system, the house that it's in for you. For me, Sagittarius is my 7th house. It's about my one-on-one relationships. And I think that can also be with your guides. So think about the house that it's in. Is it your first house, yourself? Is it your second house, your resources? Is it your third house, community, communication? 4th house, home, property, parents. 5th house, your joy, your creativity. Venus is in Sagittarius, and she is in a square with Saturn. So that, this creative energy that's going to be part of all of this. And so 6th house would be, what are you doing on a daily level to bring joy, right? To enjoy things. Sagittarius loves to enjoy things. So the 7th house, again, that's the one-on-one relationships and sacred contracts. We are changing sacred contracts with people. Some are ending. New ones are definitely going to be coming in. 8th house, the mysterious, the things we don't talk about, the things that are beyond the veil, the things that are cloaked, the things that are hidden. The 9th house, travel, knowledge, legal things, belief systems, huge thing about belief systems. 10th house, you being seen in the world. What way are you going to start something brand new that is a career for you that you're meant to do? 11th house, your friends, your luck, your ability to be a part of community, even online. It's very much about the internet and people that you choose to associate with. Finding your tribe. 12th house. 12th house is, it's one of the, I always consider the 8th and the 12th some of the hidden houses, but they're also very spiritual. It's about us being able to be in seclusion. It's very much about seclusion and discovering more about ourselves. And if it's Sagittarius, if that's where Sagittarius is for you, to me, that's a very spiritual connection, because to me, Sagittarius is very related to philosophy. So I think that depending on what other things you have in that house can be very open for you, especially as it's talking to all these other things in the chart. So just a quick run through of all of those things that it means something to us in the house system that it's in the house that it's in. So with that, I have written just a couple things down for myself. and I will share those a little bit. I don't know if you want to, if you feel free that you want to share this, anything that you want to write down, please share it in the comments, because, you know, we're that kind of community. Allowing myself the openness to new experiences and travel. That's a very Sagittarius thing for me. And also the people that I meet along the way that open those things up for me. And being, the second one is being open to dreams and memories from the past. And I'm talking past lives, right? Just like we talked about how the Akash is part of what is your past life and future lives. What you have in your astrology chart does refer to those things and the lessons that you decided that you want to have this in this lifetime. So very much related to that. So that is a lot of the things for me. And I will say I've already experienced traveling back. I met a lady that was from Kenya, and I was her seat partner, and it was just my privilege to be able to help her that day. And I felt grateful that I got to meet someone who was like in a position where she was maybe 10 years older than me, spoke not a lot of English, got off the plane, and immediately after stepping off the plane was trying to get her luggage. That was like, because she thought if she got off the plane, she needed to get her luggage there before she walked down the, you know, like right after she got off the plane, she was going to get luggage. So just walking her through the different things. And I think that people that, especially that are here and are watching or watch recording, the universe is going to bring you different tasks. And to accept those tasks that are coming up for you, because the more that you stop and go, oh, the universe wants me to take care of this. Okay, got it. I'll take care of it. And then the universe is like, okay, they're listening. Here we are, more along the path. So really, really pay attention to those little things out there. And it can be just something small, like, you know, opening the door for someone and saying hello and greeting them. And maybe that you're the first person that talked to them that day.
And Dawn, one of the things we've been talking about, and I love Ruby's, allow my value to be seen, supported, and rewarded. I think that's beautiful, Ruby. And I think we've been told that when we set our intentions, focus on what we do want, not what we don't want. Because if you focus on what you don't want, the universe is going to bring that to you. And so one of mine was, I want to focus on my new life, my new beliefs, and just the possibilities of the future. And just to be open to whatever the universe wants to bring. Because I always want to set the intention, tell the universe what I want, but exactly how I want it to come in. And that's not how it works.
No, it's not.
I think focusing on what we do want versus what we don't want is a real positive way of manifestation. But we're trained oftentimes to talk about what we don't want. And so as you look at what I'm looking at my list, and I've got like a whole page and a half full of things, it's really about moving forward into this new energy of the new earth and less about the past. And I think that's where I'm learning how to frame my perspective of setting intentions differently than maybe how I did it in the past, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think one of the things I say is never use the word no or not in intention setting, because that is the case. That's the kind of thing that will, where you put your focus on, whether it's for the bad or for the good. It's like, okay, I don't want the relationship that I had with my ex-husband, right?
Well, I think most of us would probably say that.
Yeah, but I have to release that thought, because that's then what I'll get, right? Because that's what I'm focusing on, is this bad relationship. So what do I want? I'm not even concerned about a relationship now. It's like, I have other things that are more interesting to me than that. Do I think that there's a possibility that I really think that we are going to be more and more drawn to our own tribe. And then we're going to be drawn to the people that are our soulmates because we have jobs to do with them. You will be very surprised in the next couple of years by that. I strongly think that. So let's go ahead. And now that I've given you plenty of time to write things down, I do want to take a little journey so we can have Hekate and any other energies that are going to help us bring this all in. So take your piece of paper, and I'm going to have you hold it up to your heart. And I am going to put that beautiful picture back on stage, and we are going to take a little bit of a journey. So remember to have the paper closest to your heart chakra. I want you to take a deep breath in. Hold it at the top of the breath. Slowly release it out. And again, deep breath. Hold it at the top of the breath. Slowly release it out. And the last one, deep breath in and hold and slowly release. And I find this image so inspiring. I want to take this journey on this path. I want you to picture yourself bundled nice and warm, moving down this snow-covered road. The stars very bright in the sky. And we are also going to be picturing the aurora borealis, the different shades that will fly across the sky, the greens, the reds, the whole sky, a rainbow of colors, is part of this energy that we're feeling, this galactic energy. And we're headed down this path, and we see a clearing up ahead. And many people are starting to gather around the sacred fire. We see new people that we greet, and we visit with old friends from near and far. We start to form circles around the fire, feeling the warmth of the flames on our face, the smell of the burning wood, the smoke that rises from the flames. Hekate is appearing. This is her domain. She is of ancient stories. She is always there at the turning points. And she is especially present at this new moon, as she is conjunct this new moon in Sagittarius and conjunct the Galactic Center. Pulling in that energy of all possibilities and all doors being open. She is asking us to set our intentions by pouring joy and love into our paper, feeling the joy of having this happen already in this quantum time and space. That what we want, what we've asked for, what we intend is already a fact. And that we are enjoying that moment with people that we care about, that celebrate with us. To be around people that recognize what we've accomplished and are willing to be beside us during those times of not only achieving what we want, but through the harder times of the lessons that we have to learn in order to get there. Pour in the acceptance that this has already happened. This is quantum energy in this field. Hekate is also bringing forth Artemis. Artemis, who is during the different phases of the moon, Selene with the full moon and Artemis as the moon waxes and wanes. And she has brought her bow and arrow as a symbol of the Sagittarius energy. She is going to use the energy of the love that we have poured into our wishes and intentions, and is going to send that forth into the future with her bow and arrow, waiting for us. Her arrow starts to glow, and we all feed our intentions into that arrow. It is a bright gold, and she draws back with great tension to send it off into the future. And it is released. We see it disappear into the sky. It seems like it's traveling forever. It will go out of sight, and we will find it ourselves later. Our minds return back to the fire. And what I also want to offer right now is a sense of peace and love that we're going to be sending into the fire, and that the fire and the smoke will send energy out to all those people who have been having difficult times, and love that is needed, and healing and peace, especially during this time of the year, for their health, for their joy, but especially peace. With that, I want you to slowly come back to your body. Start to wiggle your fingers, move around a little bit. Open your eyes as we all return back to our friends here. And we are returned. So in order to close the ceremony, I am going to actually again use vibrational sound. And I will end with thanking the angels that have been here to protect us and guide us. And please Ask for guidance from your angels and guides and ancestors, especially during this time of Christmas, because the ancestors like want to give you gifts. So realize that that is very possible out there. And I will close this ceremony with joy and love to everyone out there. Thank you for all of those that were here. Thank you for all that are going to be watching the recording.
Yeah, thank you. It
And
was
this,
great.
and this energy will be lasting through till Sunday evening. So if you get the opportunity, if you want to take your time and go through this again, please do that. And we will see you next Wednesday. And I'm sure we'll have messages for you. Well, not next Wednesday because it's Christmas Eve. I take that back. But I'm sure that we're going to be popping in with some messages here and there for you. So keep your eyes on the channel, and we will look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Have a nice evening, everyone.
Bye.